Good morning, R5. How are you today? Just getting everything all set up. Perfect.
You're not scrapping.
Not yet. No, I'm live. Hi, Ma. Yeah, the doggy's scurrying around. So, yeah, it's been an interesting morning so far. Yeah, I should give her a treat at some point. So today starts the first day of my diet. As you guys know, Andy K, great to see you. Ralph Moore, great to see you. Flatbed Trucker, Terra Firma, great to see you guys. Hope life's treating you well. Yeah, I was supposed to start my diet today, and I am starting my diet today. And I was also supposed to start going to the gym today. So me and my mother and my son all decide to go to the gym this morning around 10 o'clock. So we get there, and we're going to sign in and pay for a month of membership. And, yeah, guess what? They're closed. The coronavirus strikes again. Oh, man. So, yeah, so no gym for now. I guess we could walk on the road in the cold. But I'm going to make it a productive day. The heck with it. So my son says, all right, well, I'll go bike riding. I'll exercise and I'll do a little bike riding. But, Dad, I need to fill up my tires. The air is out of my tires. So I'm like, all right. Let me break out my little air compressor and, we'll get it done. Right. So, I break out the air compressor and plug it in. Switch. Nothing. Switch, nothing. Try another plug, nothing. The air compressor's kaput. So I got to take that apart and figure out what's going on with that. And then shortly after that, I found out my kids are home for 2 weeks too. Holy shit snacks, people. Whole world's going to bananas in a handbasket.
Mom, I want to go to this concert. Mom,
you guys probably hear my mother better than you can hear me. But, yeah, I didn't come on here to whine. I just come on over here to, say hello to everybody. So let's go ahead and just go through the list real quick. I want to make sure that I get everybody because I think I missed a few people. R5 Adventures, great to see you. Computer Chick Productions, good to see you. Terra Firma, good to see you. Diamond with Purpose, Cynthia, good to see you. Much love to you. Flatbed Trucker, good to see you. Andy K, good to see you. Ralph Moore, Terra Firma, I already said hello to you. But I gave you another one because I love you, bro. Andy K, good to see you. Let's keep on going here. Scrolling down my burning ring of fire. Yeah, nobody wants a burning ring of fire nowadays because TP is short supply. Gemma's Journey Grace, great to see you. Hope life's treating you well. Let's see. And my lovely Haley reminded me when they do go back, summer starts a month later. Oh, man. Yeah, because they're going to take that time that was lost and attach it to the back end. If they don't do an e-learning or keep up with the curriculum, it's just such a cluster. Crazy Ann, much love to you. Great to see you. Life's treating you well. Terra Firma says 3 times. I'm honored. Yeah, I guess I did do it 3 times, didn't I, Terra Firma? Why not do it a 4th time? Nathaniel Lee gets his first thumbs up and high five. Great to see you, Nathaniel. How's life treating you today? So that's my day in a nutshell so far, guys. It's been pretty enjoyable thus far. I'm looking forward to seeing what the rest of the day has in store. I've got several of these fans that I've taken out of computers that I've scrapped, and most of them still work. This one's a little dirty. I'm going to clean it off, and I'm going to add this to my computer because I need a fan at the very top to vent all that hot air out. And So I'm going to put that in, and hopefully things go well. Fingers crossed. Send me some positive energy, because the way this day's going, yeah. Did you wash your hands? Yes, I wash my hands. I wash my hands very frequently. No, they are e-learning. I'm saying that they will be right back home a month later. Oh, yes. Yes, that's true. That's true, because they're segmenting out the vacation. They're going to just take it out of the summer vacation. Oh, that does suck. You're absolutely right there. Friend mine brought me some nice scrap today. Basement is full again. Nice. That's why I love your streams. You are so nice and welcoming. Well, that's the way it is. You guys are always welcome here. Sometimes you got to listen to my crap. Sometimes there's no crap. But I always try to put a nice comedic spin on it for you, so you can laugh a little bit. It's all the high five spreading corona germs. Well, the virtual high fives are nice and sterile. I like sterile virtual high fives. Always good to have fans, Bob. Just the amount of autographs. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. Keep up. I have many fans. Updated a new video today. Sweet, Gemma. I'll have to check that out. Gemma's Journey Grace. She's been putting out a lot of videos lately. I'm looking for. I got to catch up, to be honest with you. It's been a while. Let's see if somebody wants to come up and say hello. There we go. So, like everybody else, I have to trend along with everybody else. I happened to be at the Brewer Walmart yesterday, and I actually filmed the entire day. Me and my son went to Ellsworth, and we went to shop for ATVs. And I think we're going to buy one. We got to get the right price on the bike that I have. If I can get the right price on that, I'm going to trade that in, and we're going to get a four-wheeler. So from there, I went to check out tractors, and we stopped at Walmart. And of course, that was when you guys saw that upload on Skillz Live. There we go. We got two additional folks that wanted to say hello.
Hey. I'm just doing a fast drive-by because I have to go out to work, but we're still on tonight, Gil.
You doing what? You doing a fast drive-by?
Yeah, I do have to go to work, so I can't stay on here too long, but we are on tonight still, right?
Yeah. I don't see any reason why not. And I do want to say you look most beautiful today. There you go. Both of you do, but you look R5. You look like you're poised to go to work.
There, I'll show you the dog instead.
Hi, Sky.
Over
How
here,
you doing, Sky?
Hey, Sky, come here. You're like the dumbest dog ever some days. You know that? There.
Skip top comments. Uh-oh. I skipped a bunch of comments. Hold on. Just double checking. High five.
How are you doing, Crystal?
I'm surviving.
Here, Jimmy. That's the best way to convert it, but thanks for asking. You skipped top comments. What are you talking about? I skipped top comments. I did my best. Let's see. You can exercise in the house on stream. Some streamers do it. Yeah, I mean, that is true. I could do that. And it probably will come to that. So what's on the agenda for today, guys?
Not much. I'm going to be doing dinner later, but I just did my video, and then I'm going to do some reading, read on my new books I got.
Nice.
I can actually show you. I got 2 new books. I treat myself to this Buffy graphic novel because I collect them. So I got this from a local bookshop the other day, and then I got this come in the mail on Saturday. It's all about how they make the creatures from the Buffy show and all the makeup and stuff. So I've got these 2 new books to read. So it's going to take me a while.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
I've been disinfecting my house from top to bottom. That's been my
Hey,
3 days.
HSFL.
Yeah, you've been cleaning quite a bit yesterday. You must have got quite a bit done.
Most of my upstairs, besides the kids' room, is 100% deep cleaned. I cleaned cabinets and everything.
HSFL Paranormal, it's great to see you. Andy K says, I have two options at the moment, and one is to give myself. The other is to go voluntary lockup. I'm not sure what that means, but if you're in a bad place, dude, I am always here if you want to talk, man.
Andy, drop me an email if you want to chat. You have my email address, so send me an email.
Yeah. Yeah, Andy K says he can't hear you. Hour 5. Damn, this thing is. Oh, she just ducked out. She's probably gonna duck out, come back.
Yeah, Ralph, I do too. I did a part 1 Buffy haul the other day with my items I already have, and I'm just waiting for some more items to come now. So once my new items get here, then I'll do a part 2 follow up with the part 1 I already uploaded a few days ago.
It's good to see you too, my friend. HSFL Paranormal and Endless Vlogs is also in the
Okay,
house.
HSFL.
We'll see if that works. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, but it's at the same rate. Let me see if I can adjust. See, that's the one thing that I don't like about StreamYards is you can't adjust the audio of the other microphones.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not going to be on here too long. I got to go out, cut nails.
You all know this. Everybody knows this. So they're not going to
Supposed to be in quarantine, but I'm going to people's houses. Yeah.
Well, I hope you have your hand sanitizer at the ready.
I think, honestly, we all had it in my house already about a month ago. Remember when I was hacking my lungs up?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone in the house was hacking their lungs up. And when they tested us for flu, it came back negative. And they said, oh, it's just a really bad upper respiratory. Well, tell me why I was running a high fever and hacking my lungs up for almost a week and a half, 2 weeks.
It's all going to work out in the end. It's all going to be fine. As long as the kids are
Pretty
safe,
much the symptoms of coronavirus, right?
nobody's getting sick.
Well, it's the symptoms of a flu or yes, of some sort of virus. Yes.
And when they said it wasn't the flu, I'm pretty sure that it was our. And I already know it was in our area about 2 months ago, for a fact, but they never announced that. So I have a feeling we already have it. Not yet.
Suggested to StreamYard when they ask for feedback. Yeah, I mean, that's a good idea. Probably should. You have your door open. I can hear your family. Well, there's an open doorway. It's an open doorway right into the kitchen. And the microphone that I use can hear a flea fart at like 50 yards. So unfortunately, you're going to hear their conversations too. I didn't realize when I went live that everybody was going to pop over all at the same time.
Haley says hi too.
Hi, Haley. Long time no see. It's good to see you, sweetheart. Hopefully the trip up here is still on, despite everything that's going on.
We just got to see what happens.
Much love, Ma.
Bye.
Considering my daughter's now getting shunned by the lovely neighbor's kid, because even though that was her friend before.
Are they really being that petty?
Oh yeah, the kid's going around basically telling everyone how our dog killed her dog, and it's like, well, your parents should have left your dog in your yard. Like, we told them to make sure that dog stayed in their yard. It dug under our fence.
That's usually how it goes, though. You know, kids usually try to tell their side of the story and make their side of the story look better than the other side of the story, unfortunately.
Yes, now everyone knows basically part of what's going on. That's just a small part of it.
Right, exactly. Very tiny, small part. All right.
To make it not look as bad on me, my dog in the backyard with a 6-foot privacy fence, the neighbor's small dog that had harassed him for the last 2 years, dug under our fence. The neighbors left that dog for over an hour in our yard before they even contacted the police, and our dog ended up killing it. Because none of them made any noise, so we didn't know that there was anything going on.
Prayers need. Hold on. First off, Mr. Fultmera says I got a speaking part of the play. I got a singing part of the play called "Chitty Chitty Bang Bang" of the play, and I got that part of the play. Awesome. Well, congratulations on that. I got to start highlighting some of these comments. Raven, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing okay.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted. It's been kind of a crappy day thus far. I was hoping that the live stream would cheer me up.
Well, we're all here to support you, and we're all here to have fun together. I could do with it too.
Yeah, Deidre Baker. Psh, hello.
I'm going to try to get home early enough to where we can actually talk a little bit before we stream, Gil.
Yes, that would be absolutely
Hear me
great.
right now.
And if I could get the sniffles, get rid of the sniffles before then, that would be great too.
Hey, Deidre.
We can hear you. We just can't see you. R5.
Yeah.
I'll say it was doing a little.
Like
That's
you're
why I
probably-
muted so you could hear Crystal.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, like, I'm gonna try to get home a little earlier because I wanted to tell you about the other stuff.
Oh, there's new stuff?
In regards to other people.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Whenever you're whenever you're ready, just let me know. Reach out.
But I'm
I
gonna jump off
see
here because I'm
you.
going out now to work.
I
Unless
see
you
you,
come
Haley.
home.
What's that, Crystal?
I said I'm gonna jump off so I can go ahead and get out here and get this stuff done.
Okay.
I'll message you once I'm available and stuff so we can figure everything out.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good.
Have a good day.
You too,
Have
buddy.
a great
Take
day,
care.
Crystal.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Crystal.
WH Outdoors. Hello. Welcome. Brad H. Sr. Welcome.
Hey, Brad. Good to see you, buddy.
WH Outdoors is in the house. How you doing today, buddy?
Pretty good. How's it going?
You see it. It's Sunday. We're trying to make
What
the
do you-
best of the day. Let's just say that.
What do you got? A fire going on there?
Yeah,
Outdoors?
trying to get it going up here.
Is that a tree fort or something?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, it's cold out here.
Oh,
I imagine.
stay warm. Stay warm, man.
Yeah.
Now, WH Outdoors, do you happen to have? Was your school closed too?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But that was it a couple of weeks or a month, or how'd they handle it in your area?
They have it closed down for a week right now. Then they're gonna reassess the situation here this coming Monday, and like all my town shut down and everything. So
Oh, gosh. Gil, did you
The UK has shut a lot of things down too.
did you go to the Walmart yesterday?
Yesterday I did, yeah.
Okay, because I did a video on what was going on too. And I was like surprised that you were talking about how many people were buying all these toilet paper.
Andy. Oh, Andy, you know how to humor people. Oh my gosh.
Andy knows how to make people smile at just the right times.
Oh.
But yeah,
Well, like I heard some people were buying so much of this toilet paper, and I heard somebody saying, "Oh, are they just buying it just to make toilet paper soup?"
So I went and got my groceries on Saturday morning, and I was buying the usuals that you get, like the toilet roll and stuff, and like they were watching me like a hawk. Like the people in there, they're like, "Oh," and like everything I was putting into my basket, like the tissue, the hand soap, and everything else. They're like, "Do you really need that?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, it's my essentials that I need to keep clean." Like, I'm not being stupid with it. And then there's people coming in with cardboard boxes like this big, just filling the boxes with everything they could get their hands on. It's crazy.
And a lot of people have been going out and buying stuff like crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, okay, why in the heck, in reality, why does people need to buy bulks of toilet paper, paper towels,
Because they're getting panicked.
napkins?
They're getting told they need to.
Well, in reality, you don't really need all that stuff unless you're going to end up making something to eat with it.
Well, so here, or origami, you make some really, good origami with TP, I think, right? A lot of people out there with volcano projects for school, perhaps. But I digress. Here's my theory. There's a whole snowball effect when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, like, you get your preppers that get in and they see this coronavirus coming and whatnot, and they're like, all right, we got to buy TP, we got to buy food, we got to get, all the essentials that preppers get, right? So, stores start seeing increases in people buying this stuff, and then the media catches wind, and then normal people like you and I are thinking, well, we buy TP when we need it, when we run out. But what if we run out and we go to the store, it's not there? Yeah. So we better stock up too, right?
A lot of people are like, right now are like probably end up selling that stuff too, and they're like selling it at a ridiculous price, trying to get their money back.
Little doubt you'll see people try to extort others that way. But I can assure you that my 5 rolls of 12, or my 5 packages of 12 packs will be used accordingly to, to the roll of TP. Get that? Roll of TP.
Not making TP soup.
That's right. No TP soup. Well, it depends on. It depends.
It's a joke. It is a terrible joke.
People make TP soup, but it's not edible. Okay.
Yeah. You gotta have a little sense of humor in it, because otherwise, people literally. I think personally, and this is what I think, and a lot of people don't understand the viruses that are out there still. This one really weakens the immune system. There's other viruses that are killing people too, that has a higher rate of percentages of causing more problems for a person. It's just that this coronavirus, a lot of people don't quietly understand why is it active now, and the only thing I'm thinking is because we're in the election cycle in the United States, and everybody's getting ready to go later on. Within a few months, they're going to go and vote, and it's causing more problems. And then we hear, then you go to the stores, and I was watching videos this morning. I was watching people going to like Kroger's, Smith's, Albertsons, whatever grocery store they have near them. They're all saying the exact same thing. They cannot find any toilet paper or paper towels or napkins.
Oh, Sky can.
Sky wanted to come up here and say that she is laughing at all of us humans because she doesn't need toilet paper.
Dogs lick themselves. That's kind of disgusting, but it's true.
They don't need a shred of TP, do you?
No.
Do you?
And then he has his dog with him.
The thing is, Andy, that you said about like you have COPD, and if you get this virus or the flu, that you're done. It's about just self-care and making sure you have things like UK government's already said about keeping clean. Make sure you do your regular hand washing routine and keeping laundry clean. Make sure that you keep the area you live clean. It's basic hygiene, making sure that you don't go near people who are contaminated or who have had it. it's basic safety, what you do usually anyway.
Honestly, truthfully, I mean, Andy K, you're absolutely right. I mean, why worry about it? You know, it all boils down to common sense hygiene anyway. You know, if you're washing
Exactly.
your hands and you're doing that stuff on a regular basis, you know,
I
If
mean, no matter what anybody does today, everybody's like going to end up getting sick one day at a time, and it doesn't matter if you're like out in the community and you're trying to avoid this virus. It only takes one person.
Mm-hmm.
welcome, Tales of the Solstice. Great to see
Hey,
you.
Tails, good to see you.
I mean, terra firma, I have to agree with you. Unfortunately, with this newer generation and even previous generations, they seem to be losing the old school common sense. I'm going to have to start calling it old school common sense, because newer generations in today's day and age, it doesn't seem like too many people have it anymore. And I don't get that.
Well, it's like right now, like you look at it, you're looking at everybody now. Everybody's like on social media and they're so worried about a virus that doesn't have that high death rate as other viruses has. Every virus that we've seen, like the common flu, that has a higher mortality rate than this coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, what people aren't getting told is about this as well, that this virus is only affecting people who are in the elderly population or in the severely disabled community, and a lot of them people have underlying health issues, which makes it worse for them to be affected. But the government and that won't tell you that. It wasn't until I watched a video yesterday on it, and I'm like, this isn't being told. It's not until you research it that it's only affecting certain groups of people.
Well, it will affect a lot of people. Okay, no doubt about that. A lot of people are going like now. You're hearing that sports programming like basketball, the NBA, baseball. They're all going to say, "Hey, we're not going to have it for a while. We're going to allow fans get close to our players." Or, it's a good thing, but it's also going to cause a lot of people to be upset. And like I say, if you're going to a grocery store, you're gonna see people still coughing like crazy at times. You're gonna get angry. And I'm just saying, if you see somebody, if you're buying stuff and someone's taking some, let them. Don't get mad at any of these employers or employees that work at these places. That's the worst thing you can do. You can get kicked out or you could get arrested.
It's just about keeping up your normal routine. Like for me, I'm still going out doing things, even though the UK government is telling people to stay at home and not do things. I'm like, why should I? Like, I have a lot of work on right now. I don't want to be stuck at home. I want to continue my routine for as long as I possibly can. I don't want to be stuck at home. That's when my anxiety goes through the roof. I end up being ill. I need to keep on doing what I'm doing.
The biggest reason why they're cordoning off people now and they're closing this and that is, like, to not get a tremendous amount of crowds together, like 250 plus or whatever they say. But more importantly, the system is overwhelmed with people that are sick. Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest piece right now. So like any system, think of it like a computer. You put too much work on a processor, what's it going to do? It's going to bog down and it's going to get very little done because it has so much work in front of it. The hospital's the same way. You get a lot of patients in there with the same, with a virus, and they get overwhelmed. Not too many people are going to get in. Not too many people are going to get out. It's just going to turn things into molasses. Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest thing right now that all the governments are trying to overcome. It's just trying to get all the people, the number of infected people down at this point, so that they can get a grip on it.
In the UK,
and like I said, don't get even angry at the police officers telling you to stay home, or because they're trying to do their job.
Yeah, I
trying
think
to make
WHO is
sure
innocent.
that no one is going to get sick. If there's a sick person, they're going to make sure that that person is not going to infect that many people.
I think
WH
WH was just trying to say
yeah,
something.
WH Outdoors, you had something to say, bud?
Yeah, I was curious. In the UK, do they have travel restrictions like they do in the US to separate countries?
We can get travel prescriptions if we're going abroad and we know we have health issues. We can get emergency prescriptions, or usually you can book them ahead. So like when I come to the States in June, because my anxiety medication, that has to be pre-booked and I'll have to be pre-assessed again to make sure that I'm safe to travel. And so yeah, we can do that. I'll book a visit to GP ahead of time and they'll reassess everything. So we can do that, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I know that Trump just put a ban, travel ban into effect. I think yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
it was like a couple days
Yeah,
ago.
I did
It was
read
a
about
few days
that.
ago.
There you go.
It's just that you got to be. I mean, it's not a permanent ban. It's not like it's like a band-aid. It's just what they're saying is that they just don't want people to go out with if they're like
Oh yeah.
in a plane and someone's sick, because you got a petri and then you got people like the planes that recycle the air every time.
Thanks, Spencer Joseph.
And it recirculates air every time, and you can end up catching something. What a person maybe next to you may end up having a common cold or not.
The government's simply trying to isolate the variable so they can get it under control again. And I completely understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not saying that they're not saying that you don't have to travel, but he's just saying, just understand that when you're going overseas, be aware around your surroundings wherever you're going, because it may not be the same in other countries, because other countries will have more restrictions sometimes or less restrictions.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, you look at a lot of people have been hearing about this China video that people are wailing.
Oops.
Like really upset, crying that they don't have food at home. They're like angry. And
certainly
it can happen even in the UK. I mean, heck, one day we can end up hearing something like that happening in the UK. And and it's like, but a lot of people said, well, China is a communist country. Yes, it is a communist country. It is also a police state. And yes, they're trying to stop this virus too. But like I said, like I'm saying, a lot of people are going, like if you're going to go to a grocery store, don't go out as an angry person. Go out and be a common person. Be the person that you have to be, because
Hey, PMDB.
there's also bad people out there too that will literally trying to start a fight for mainly like a can of soup or a can of beans or whatever they have to get.
It's funny because you can definitely tell it's on everybody's mind. We're afraid of it. I think it took less than 5 minutes for us to get into a conversation about the coronavirus on this live stream.
It's like I'm trying to think ahead of doing. I know not a lot. I don't know if people know that World Autism Awareness Month's coming up pretty shortly on the 31st of this month till the end of April. So I'm doing a lot of work for that. So there'll be a lot more videos, and I'm very, very busy. So I'm sitting here planning videos like mad right now. So that's what I'm really focusing on. I want to try and make things positive and get things back onto something good to raise awareness of. So that's what I've been doing today.
We're gonna see the effects of that, like the coronavirus thing. Within a month or so, things are gonna start returning to normal. But the effects of how we handled that situation as a race. I'm not just saying as a
Hey, Scrapping Irish, good to see you.
Scrapping Irish, good to see you. But the way
Scrapping.
that we handled the whole situation, because of that, there's going to be repercussions on the economy for years to come.
Mhm.
I mean, I haven't seen gas below $2 a gallon in quite some time, and I think it's like $1.79 a gallon at my local.
To be honest, I don't know how much it is here in where I live in Santa Fe. It may be at the same rate as anybody else's. It's just that a lot of people are not really understanding that when you're literally going out and you're buying gas, yes, it's gonna affect on where you travel too.
So WH Outdoors, let's change the subject for a little bit. Tell me a little bit about your channel. Is this your channel or is it a family channel or what's going on there? Talk to me.
My channel, WH Outdoors, is my channel. I just I'm not gonna bring it up. Okay, yep. But yeah, it's my channel, and I like just anything outdoors. I do want it, and like this Ford, I'm gonna make a lot of content over that and stuff. So,
well, that's good.
Sweet. Well, I've noticed you coming around more and more, and I certainly appreciate that. If you feel like it, put your link in the chat. It'd be awesome. Get a few people.
Yeah, we'll see because I like to see what you have.
And if you're not a mod yet, just type something in the chat. I'll make you a mod.
Yeah.
Hey, JT is all business is up in the house. His house. Thumbs up, high five. Great to see you, my friend.
Because now he just froze right there.
And JT is all business. We can't seem to get away from the topic of the coronavirus. It's on everybody's mind.
Okay, he just typed something in there.
Oh, he did? Okay, good,
Yeah.
good. So if you have 2 cents, your 2 cents on the subject, definitely feel free to fill it in or fill us in. Add moderator. There we go. Boom.
yeah, my chat's not working for some reason like it should. But
There we go. I've just linked his channel in the chat.
no, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Gemma. I appreciate that. And I think I just made you a mod. Do you see a wrench over there, buddy?
Type something so we can see if you.
If not, I can link it from my phone because I've got his channel up on my phone.
Oh.
So I can just post it into the chat.
Yeah,
that way.
he's a mod.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's got it. I don't like the fact that the add moderator and delete this, like basically banning a channel is like right on top of each other with the options.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see.
And then hide from this channel.
Hey JT, it's all business. Good to see you.
No, I like I said, you look at people like his channel. Looks like he has really good content on his channel. I mean, a lot of people will like to see what they like to offer or what they like to see, and they enjoy watching other people's channel. And it's like you got to get away from.
Good, thank you, JT.
Like even Gemma Journey, she has really good content. And despite a person with a disability, okay, all right, people in like me, which I have a disability, and a lot of people think, oh, you don't look like you're disabled. It doesn't matter if you have a disability or not.
It sucks when you're forced to be quarantined. That sucks.
Yeah.
One thing to self-isolate to a certain degree, you're doing it on your own free will, but forced to isolate yourselves, yeah, that sucks.
I would really hate for the government just to tell you got to stay home, and when you need to go out and get food or something, you're not going to be able to rely on the government trying to provide stuff for you, because they're not going to provide things for you at times.
Well,
because they're going to be overwhelmed too.
in all honesty, it's not. This is like I said, this is a temporary thing. There's way more people in the world than there are militaries or government officials and things like that. I mean, if it got way beyond the pale of traditional common sense or old school common sense, I think people would start rising up and say, hey, what you guys aren't doing out right here. We need to change a few things. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they can't corral us like cattle, at least for very long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got to think of it this way. It is temporary. I mean, they're just simply trying to get a handle on it. They're trying to lower the amount of people that are affected. They're trying to free up the capacity of the hospitals so that they can handle more patients.
Guys, I'm going to link Girl Skill's latest video. If you haven't gone to watch it, please do. I've just linked it in the chat. Go and give him a comment, please.
Which one? I uploaded
You're the one from one day ago, the scrap metal.
Oh, yes. I did.
The one that you uploaded. I watched it just a little while ago. So I'm just linking it in the chat for people to watch it.
Yeah, the rotisserie. Yeah, I uploaded the one with the rotisserie, and I uploaded one on Girl Skillz Live. It's only 37 seconds long, but it just seemed like the right thing to do. Everybody else was doing it. I showed my local Walmart with 0 TP. Yeah.
Nice.
Like I said, a lot of now I'm.
Hey,
I'm
Major
hearing,
Boy, good to see you.
like I'm hearing stories about people saying if they catch you doing that, they're going to kick you out. You know, it happens to a lot of people. There's a lot of people who are having these smartphones recording, even at their own grocery store. Sometimes those grocery stores say, "Oh, go ahead," but other stores like Walmart, they're gonna say, "Hey, you can't do that."
Well, I got
respect the rules.
Just at the point just before they started saying, "Hey, all right, we got to start limiting these one per customer," because Walmart was out. We went to Family Dollar, you know, because these places are secondary. It's like the second place that people think to look. It's like okay. Walmart, the bulk stores, and then like the secondaries, the smaller stores like the dollar stores, Dollar Tree, that kind of thing. So we went there in Corinth, and they still had a decent amount left. I mean,
hey, Major Boy, much love.
Yeah, we grabbed 3 more 12 packs just to be safe, and
I can tell you about something exciting that will make everyone happy.
I would love that. Let's talk about something other than
so Ralph Morrick, who's in the chat right now, has made my day. He came onto my panel not yesterday, day before, and he's making me a replica Buffy steak axe, miniature one, so it'll be put on my wall. He's making it for my birthday in October. He came on my panel because he has this Buffy axe, and it's huge. It's like long. And he's basically making me a miniature one. He's going to mold it and shape it and stuff. And he came on my panel and showed me it. And, yeah, told me that he's going to make one especially for me so I can have it on my wall. So I'm proper excited right now. I can't wait for it because it's going to be something unique that I haven't got. So
sweet.
Ralph Morrick's going to be busy for me.
Yeah, we lost WH Outdoors. That's okay. You probably had some stuff you wanted to do.
I thought I'd share that. Ralph has surprised me with that, so I'm quite excited.
That'll be interesting to see on your wall.
I can't wait to see that on your wall. You're going to put it on your wall, right?
It's called the Slayer Scythe, is what it's called. He's just put it in the chat. So I'm proper excited. I was so excited when he came to my panel and he was like, I'm going to make something.
There he is. He's back.
So I'm about to go get some lunch. I'm not quarantining yet. Well, that's good, JT, is all business. You know, a lot of people, you know, work from home. You know, they do their, you know, online stuff at home. You know, a lot of the stuff from their lives revolves around their home. I just feel bad for the people that got to go to work every day, that's being affected, you know, that has to be out and about. People have to travel for work, you know, that fear of getting that, you know, I feel bad for people like that because if they get a self-isolate, it basically puts their whole life on hold.
Right now, a lot of people who work for the government are also being told, if you come to work, but if you don't feel good, stay home, take your time, get better.
Yeah, the
They're
thing
not. Then it's not okay. A lot of people think that this quarantine is going to be enforced. It's not going to be enforced yet. It's just a matter of time of what's going to end up happening. Because we're not like how people in China are.
Andy, your question about the homeless, I think from our standpoint from the UK, I believe they're putting the homeless into either hostel accommodation or they'll be given temporary housing to stay in until they can put them somewhere safe. I think that the UK government right now are working on the homeless because they are the most vulnerable group of people. I believe they do have hostels and things available, so they're not going to be made to suffer, I don't think.
I've heard of stories of the community truly coming together during this whole coronavirus thing too. There was a local person that had purchased several rolls, several just bulk amount of TP, but not for himself, for the sole purpose of sending a message saying, hey, if anybody knows anybody that's elderly, they can't get out, they're afraid of catching the virus, that kind of thing. If they need it, I'll send it to them free of charge, which is incredible. Just the random acts of kindness like that.
Yeah, to me, who people who are doing that probably are the ones who are wanting to make sure that the elderly are okay, and yeah, people with disabilities, people who live in group homes and stuff like that, they're also vulnerable because it's going to cut across the line.
Yeah,
There
like
are private companies too, like internet companies, like with the kids being out of school, doing e-learning and stuff like that. I'm sure WH Outdoors can attest to some of this. You've got to continue learning. You got to keep the process going, so to speak. So there are private companies. If you don't have internet at home, like families don't have internet, they're giving them free internet until this whole corona thing is, all taken care of. The little things like that restore my faith in humanity.
Yeah, that does too. That does. I mean, heck.
Hey, Nabo. Great stream earlier. He did a stream. That's good.
This scares a lot of people as well. It doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor. It's scaring even people even athletes too.
Yeah.
And a lot of these athletes want to see their fans at a basketball game, but they also understand that it's like the biggest problem for a lot of people. People don't want to go to a basketball game and all of a sudden maybe somebody right next to them started coughing like out of control.
You're welcome.
Out of control. And then all of a sudden they get sick. See, like I said, I'm going to put a little statistics. It only takes one person. Maybe that one person can affect 10 people. 10 people can end up affecting 100 people. 100 people can affect 1,000. 1,000 may end up affecting 1,000,000. It is actually a fact, and it's like a lot of people don't quite understand why they're trying to put a stop to all this stuff.
Hey, Bruce.
Gemma's ignoring me.
Sorry, brother. What do you... Yeah.
I'm just poking her right here.
Bruce, great to see you. How's life treating you, buddy? Holy guacamole.
Just having fun.
Yeah,
I can show you my new DVD as well. I had to order this from the States because the UK sucks when it comes to American television. So I just got this through the post the other day. I'm looking forward to watching it. It's Legacies. It's a vampire and werewolves and witches.
Yes, I know.
From the CW.
Yes, I know that series. I know about all that series.
I cannot wait for the 5th season of Lucifer to come out.
Oh, God.
I have no idea when it's coming out, but it's coming out.
They said it's supposed to come out within a few months or something like that. Because
I suspect it's going to be right around May, because I think that's when the 4th season came out on Netflix.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, when it was on Fox, it was a really good show. I watched it all the way through till the third season. And I later on lost interest a little bit. And I said, I'm going to wait until it gets on Netflix so I can pick it up and see it. And I saw the fourth season.
Much love.
It was okay. But then I was watching all the CW program
Hey, crazy.
that like Flash, Arrow, what else? Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl. Now they got Batwoman. All of a sudden I see this. They go to Earth 666, Los Angeles, and lo and behold, who's there?
Yes, Sarah, I had
course,
this took like 3 weeks to get here because I had to pre-order it from the CW network. So it took a while to get here, but I'm super happy.
Welcome, Scrapping Together. How you doing, bud?
They scrapping together. See,
Blue crazy.
we like we can talk about television shows like Lucifer, all the CW, DC universe, Marvel. A lot of people like Marvel. Some people hate Marvel. You know, it's all good. And I'm still trying to think of.
Oh, Andy,
Do I want to get the Disney Plus because a lot of people are saying it's showing good program there.
I don't like the direction that they took with Marvel is okay, but with a few movie exceptions. Like I didn't like, the Marvel, Ms. Marvel, Captain Marvel. I didn't really
Captain
care.
Marvel. Yeah.
But I didn't really care for the way that they handled Star Wars. Since they acquired that, I didn't care for that very much.
No, they ruined Star Wars. I'm disappointed.
Me too.
Well, see,
Extremely disappointed.
the one that they did, I thought was okay in a way. It was the last, I think, not the Last Jedi, because Last Jedi sucked.
The Last Jedi was bad. That was a bad film. That sucked.
Yeah.
The one that came before that was okay.
Do you notice that, like, in a lot of shows and movies nowadays, it seems to be trendy to like kill off original cast, or to show homage to a certain thing and then kind of kill it off?
I don't really care for that.
No, well, I mean, they killed Luke Skywalker. Spoilers, by the way. They killed Han Solo. Princess Leia. She really legit died. Her character, her actor.
Yeah,
the actress.
Carrie Fisher. Woman.
Yeah, I don't like it. Star Trek is a perfect example. Like Discovery, I was like, Star Trek Picard, I'm like, the last couple of episodes are starting to get good, but I don't like the fact that they killed Hugh. I don't like the fact that they major spoilers. I don't like the fact that they killed a lot of Egypt. They killed Egypt. There's no Trekkies in here. You guys probably have no clue what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know. I already know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about because I'll tell you this. I remember the original Star Trek because I used to watch it when I was a kid.
Hey,
And I also
Raphael.
remember the cartoon version that they had.
See you.
A lot of people didn't wonder what cartoon version. There's no cartoon. There was a
cartoon version of the original series.
Yes.
I actually have the DVD set for it.
Oh, that's cool.
Going back to Star Wars briefly, I was gutted when they turned Anakin Skywalker into Darth Vader. I was so upset. I was just like, oh, they ruined such a good character.
Well, see that the original Star Wars. I'm talking about the fourth Star Wars, which was The New Hope. showed Anakin Skywalker as an old man at the very end. But then they re-updated it. They put the guy who played Anakin Skywalker in it as a young guy.
Yeah.
Well, with the prequels, the prequels.
I loved Anakin Skywalker. I've actually just ordered an Anakin Skywalker mug cup, so I'm like, yay.
I've seen. I even seen the Clone Wars, and I heard there's like a 7th season that's going to come out, and it's coming out on Disney Plus.
What about that new series that's on Disney Plus? You know, with the Baby Yoda and whatnot. I haven't even watched
Mandalorian.
Is it any good?
I heard it was really. Real good.
I've watched a couple of episodes of it. It's quite good.
It's up to a person who probably don't quite understand what is this Mandalorian show about. Yes, it's based on the Star Wars. It's also based of the
Tales. I know. I've rewatched the original
of the current. Well, the ones that from the New Hope to the what was it? To the Last Jedi. It's in that timeline. Is what they're saying.
Ralph likes the Mandalorian. Or
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian, yeah.
It just makes me want to separate it and say it's the Mad DeLorean.
Well, see, when you saw that little baby Yoda, it's not a baby. A lot of people
knows
think
what he's doing, from what I heard.
It's actually a 50-year-old kid. And it's pretty, and it's like this small.
Too cute. I can look.
And he looks like a baby, but he's not a baby.
Yeah.
Is that what
no,
you're
it
saying?
isn't. It isn't. I mean, it's in there like a crib or something that's floating with the man. Yeah.
Not right now, cute. Probably because I'm up here making noise. Not exactly here right now.
And a lot of people are saying, what is it? Was it a clone or is it a... There's a lot of theories about it. And I think it's not a clone. It probably is a same creature as Yoda.
Hey, Ewace Mike. Good to see you, brother.
Hey, Ewace. Yeah,
hey, Terra Firma. Good to see you. I just saw your name come up.
Ewace Mike, welcome, brother. Always good to see you.
It's like when you literally see this little, you're like, I want that little doll now. I want that doll. And you think, and you see it, and you're like, okay. Or something similar to that. They're actually coming out dolls.
Childhood memory, Raven.
What?
I want that doll. I want that doll.
No. I'm just expressing what people online were saying too. Because when they first saw the baby Yoda, they were thinking of making a little doll of it or something like a plush toy or something. And a lot of people seen the toys that Mattel has made. A lot of people don't really like it because it's not like how this little characters being portrayed in the Mandalorian.
I gotta watch it to be my own judge on it. I mean, I've just seen little clippets here and there. I mean, it looks good, but I've been so polarized by the latest Star Wars movies that I don't even want to watch it.
Well, the latest Star Wars movies, they said it bombed big time. I mean, a lot of people hated it. There was a lot of people that were criticizing the movie, because a lot of people couldn't get into it. I mean, you got into the very first one, you got into the prequels. People liked prequels. The only person they never liked in the prequels was Jar Jar.
Oh,
They hated Jar Jar
Thank you,
character.
Mike. I appreciate that. It's faded. I need to have it cut.
Oh, interesting. Let me highlight that. Big metal cast
Oh wow, nice.
figures. That's pretty cool.
Well, that's pretty neat.
Have you guys heard that there's going to be new Matrix movies coming out?
I heard something about that too.
Yeah.
Reeves is returning.
Well, Keanu Reeves has been one of the best actors that he can play any good a bad guy, he can play a good guy, he can do any of these characters.
He's also a really big autism advocate. He's done a lot to raise awareness for autism and stuff as well. I adore Keanu Reeves. He's a really good actor.
And then that's why a lot of people like him. They enjoy it because I remember the Bill and Ted Adventures. If you wonder what I was talking about, is these two guys literally get into a telephone booth, and all of a sudden you see it going.
Right.
And it reminded me of the Doctor Who.
Little TV action over there.
Rafael has a question for Gil. He says, "Any updates on Errol?"
Not as of yet. Let's see. Hold on just a second. Holy guacamole.
Or as he's known on here, Maniac Variety. The people who don't know who Errol is.
I'm gonna send a message to his wife right now and see if she'll respond.
All right.
But last I knew, he was stable. He's still in the hospital, but the process of recovery is very, very slow, and not painful to him, but painfully slow. Let's just say.
Hey, B lady.
I missed some of his videos he was doing at times.
I appreciate how lighthearted he is.
Yeah.
How he just, I don't want to say he was carefree, but he's genuinely a good person. He's glass half full with him most of the time. You know what I'm saying? B lady, welcome.
Also, you need to realize though, brother, as well, you're a very caring person. You're someone who puts your heart on your sleeve. You're very genuine. You're very humble, down to earth guy. People don't see that, so you need to remember that too.
We all
good. E-Waste Mike says he's doing well. I've been keeping in touch with her as well. Good, excellent. Good to hear.
You need to remember too, brother, that you're a good person. I don't know if you heard what I said.
I did. Thank you, Gemma. I'm sorry. I got wrapped up with the whole Earl thing.
No, understandable. Yeah, I just want you to know.
Everybody wants peace of mind about him because
a
lot of people like to be on seeing him at times.
WH also trying to say something. Sorry, I don't really
nobody deserves that, but he had lost his job.
I think WH was trying to say something.
All within a couple of weeks. Sorry, he had lost his job and then he had a massive stroke, and it was just, I feel bad for him. WH,
at least he's doing fine. That's the most important thing, because losing somebody that like him would be the hardest thing for any of us. Because heck, I would go when I see his live show, I would stay there for at least maybe all the way through the show just to and if he asked people to come up, he would have people come up. I would have come. I came up on his show a few times.
I think WH was trying to say something.
Did you have something you wanted to say, bud?
Oh no, I was just reading chat, responding.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Sometimes in a panel it gets difficult to get to say your 2 cents sometimes.
Yeah, he looked like he was trying to say something because his head was looking towards the camera. I was like, oh, I think he was trying to say something, so I didn't want to not miss him if he was trying to say something.
Everything spicy.
Hey, Phil.
What's up, brother? Good to see you.
What's so good today, buddy?
Everything spicy.
Yeah, I saw some Phil's show.
Night Cafe, it's so good to see you. It's been a while.
The last call to come up on the panel.
Last call, anybody? Last call. Hurry up.
Because I've got stuff I got to do. I got to strip out some wire, and I've got I'm going to start a little project. I'm going to make a beach ball sized ball of copper.
Beach ball.
A beach ball sized ball of copper.
You know how heavy that may be?
That's
Probably
insane.
what-
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. It ought to be interesting.
It may end up where you have to probably put it on the ground and just start rolling it.
And who knows? It might not end from there. This was inspired by Ralph Morick, because he's got this little mini scrap snowman nest that he made. I don't know if he scrapped it since then or what, but I thought, if I can make a beach ball sized copper ball, then why stop there? I'll just make a real legit life-size snowman.
Night Cafe or Phil, someone, you can come up here. I know in Night Cafe, send B Lady to come up here.
No, B-Lady's welcome. Everybody in here is welcome, as long as there's no ill intent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's still here, sweet.
And plus, I haven't been on your panel for a while, brother. So when you said about coming up on panel, I was like, yep, I'm up.
Well, I don't, there's no discrimination here. Everybody's welcome as long as they're not.
Oh, he's not home.
Oh, okay. No worries. You think we should sell our scraps? We can ride out the virus. Been thinking of it. US Mike, to be honest with you, you probably have your finger on the pulse on that more than I do. But my guess is that because there's going to be travel restrictions and whatnot. I don't know if it's going to increase the price of scrap or if it's going to decrease the price of scrap. I've seen the price of gas go way down. Which is good, but I don't know how it's going to affect scrap prices. Curious to know your thoughts on that, actually.
In Night Cafe, people can take people the wrong way. I just saw your comment in the chat. People need to just realize that we're all different, and whether that means people mistake you or whatnot, I don't think you're a bad person.
No, what's the best way to describe this? I mean, Gemma's right. We're all different. We all have different, unique personalities.
Mm-hmm.
There are people that I have on my panel that a lot of people dislike, but I know the person and these people that I bring up are respectful to me, and they're respectful to my chat and my panel when they're up here. Mm-hmm. So they continue to be welcome up here. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? Yeah,
it's just about being respectful and having respect for the host and the chat, and make sure that you just be civil.
No,
if you don't like it,
involved in anyone's rivalries, you know what I'm saying? I won't take sides like that, because 9 times out of 10, you're not going to know the full picture of what happened between these, two channels anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just got to address his comment because he was saying that people were mistaking him. So I was like, okay.
Who's mistaking him?
He was saying that he rubs people the wrong way, and he was saying that that's the reason why he wasn't going to come up on the panel, because people mistake him and he rubs people the wrong way. And I was like, that's why I said, no, he's not a bad person. It's just people mistake him and they misread him. Night Cafe's a good person. Hey, and talk of the devil. Hello.
Hey,
greetings and salutations. How are you?
Big high five, Gil. Thank you for having me.
Of course,
high
man.
five in Night Cafe. It's good to see you.
Always treat
you. Good to see you guys. How's everybody
doing? On my panel, and you don't have to even worry about that.
It's like everybody. If you don't like the person, you don't have to be on some panel at times. You just gotta respect people, even if they don't always agree with you.
Yeah. Well, I might do a poetry hangout again today. They seem to be going down quite well. I did one yesterday and the day before, so I might do a poetry panel today. If people want to come and chill out and hear some poetry for a bit.
Got some guns there, brother.
They're just for carrying old ladies' groceries across the street. That's all.
That's how you get your exercise.
Nice.
Possible.
Well,
How's everything going with you,
We
Eli?
talked about on my channel. It caused a lot of controversy, and I know you don't like that kind of stuff over here.
What's going on,
Hey,
McBacon?
Bill. Good to
Hello,
see
guys.
you.
What's happening? What's shaking? What's going on? You can answer those with one answer.
Shaking Bacon McBacon is in the house. Cafe was just about to say something about what was causing controversy on your channel, bud?
Just the stuff that we talk about, the round earth, flat earth, like all the stuff that people get triggered over. And it's not that
So you were
serious.
talking about anything.
That's a whole other topic of conversation, isn't it?
We like talking about stuff.
The thing
that
is,
gets
people get
thinking.
triggered over anything.
Yeah. Well,
I hear a lot of people saying that this virus is a hoax, and it's like, but it's been blown out of proportions, and it's like causing more people.
It's a big hoax.
all Cafe's doing is just expressing his own beliefs on any given subject.
And there's times that I don't always agree with Enlighten, but he's correct at times. I mean, heck, you don't have to agree with people. Just let them decide. Do your own research. Look at what's happening in your own world.
Somebody give this guy a cookie. He said, do some research. That's the whole point. That's why I chose the cafe name, just to wake people up and make them question some things. Don't just accept everything from the government as
Not
being
everyone's going
good
to be
for
happy
you.
with your channel. That's the thing. That I know today, my video that I upload is going to cause a lot of controversy because people accuse me of lacking eye contact and empathy and everything else. And I was just like, you know what? Enough's enough. I'm going to answer the question, put it to rest. And that's why I did my video today. I want it done. I'm fed up of answering the same question.
Well, nobody should be judging people either, because I make mistakes all the time. Sometimes I don't say hi to people in the chat, and they're like, "Oh, you ignored me in the chat." I'm sorry. If I got a guess, or you got a lot going on. It's hard to make eye contact and dedicate a lot of attention to just one person when you got a whole plethora of people that you're trying to engage.
But you're a conscious person about that. So whenever you recognize that when you're in your own live stream. So you say, I'm sorry guys, if I'm not catching every comment, my apologies. We got a lot going on here. It's a hot topic. We got to talk about this stuff here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'll be the first to tell you.
I don't know. It kind of kills me that, you got somebody like Gems up there, and hi Gems.
Hey, Bill.
You got, she has something going on up in here that we don't have an understanding of. She gets sensory overload with a lot of things and stuff like that. Maybe eye contact, making eye contact with people or with a camera or something like that causes her pain or of some sort, stress, stuff like that. She deals with life the way that she can, and why the heck are you going to be down on her because she's not looking at the camera the whole time?
And a lot of people don't look at the camera. They're looking at they're talking, they're discussing things. You can't always pay attention to the chat at times because the chat is there and people want that attention. And when they don't get it, they get angry. They'll get mad at the person. Heck, you're not gonna please everybody at the same time.
You're not. And I wanted to say, along with that, is you shouldn't really be judging anybody, but just try to have understanding for everybody else in their situation. Because my situation might vary from yours.
Open-minded because you don't have the whole. Like I said earlier, you don't have the whole picture of what's going on.
It's like my video today is about eye contact because yesterday I got trolled a bit in my live stream, and 2 or 3 people came in and said that I am rude because I don't give eye contact, that I don't care about my chat, and they were adamant that I was being disrespectful and came in and basically said you shouldn't be streaming if you can't give eye contact. And it kind of really wound me up, and I was just like, So kind of this is it, I need to explain, and clearly people don't understand. So
Yeah. I mean, what's the problem with going to somebody's channel and somebody's up there talking about something that they deal with or things that are going on in their life, and just listen to what the heck they have to say. Don't worry about respect my authority.
This is the best way I could describe it. There are some people on this earth that are just black and white. They don't even see or realize that there's gray. They have to look at certain things that go on to understand fully why a person behaves or acts the way they do. You know, and that is what causes the butthurtness. You know, there are people that set themselves up to be butthurt their entire life because they just don't understand or don't want to understand what is going on.
These are the same people that are fist fighting for toilet paper in Costco. You know?
Yeah. And then later they're going to gripe at you because you use too much paper and they're chopping down the trees.
Whoa.
Or they're just getting mad for no reason at times.
There's plenty enough toilet paper for everybody, but they got to fill the whole cart up and then proceed to fist fight over that said toilet paper. You know, like, it's stupid.
And another thing too, you know, everybody, even on this panel, has different beliefs on different things in life.
Yes.
You know, the human race as a whole, you know, needs to start realizing that, you know, we are diverse, we are different and unique.
We will always disagree with each other at times.
Thrive and evolve because we're unique and different. If we all had the same ideas, we can you imagine a worldwide creator block?
Oh God.
I mean,
it would be like the boringest place to be.
You're
having the same ideals as everybody else, and all of a sudden it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's like I've said many times in my live streams, you know, I'm a Christian. I have people in my live stream that are Wiccans, don't believe in God, you know, Satanists, whatever they are. I don't care. I love you all. You're awesome. You know, and whatever your opinions are, if they differ from mine, then that's good. That's fine. We can discuss that. We don't have to be angry at each other because I don't think the same way that you do, or you don't think the same way that I do. I love you anyway.
It's a
You're awesome.
fact of
hey, Viewed This. Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Viewed This.
Be willing to drop down for a little bit. It looks like Crazy Ann is in the basement.
I'm gonna hop off. Thank you, Gil, for having me up. I love all you guys.
You
Big shout out to
you just got here.
First and foremost. All right, well, I'll stay then.
It's up to you.
I'll drop down to Crazy Ann. Can have my
Actually, I need to go do some stuff anyway. Tom's kind of got away from me.
For a while, so I'll drop down.
Out of here.
Wait, hold on, Gemma. What WH? What did you say?
I said I got to go do some stuff anyway, make YouTube videos and that kind of stuff. So I'll go ahead and hop off here. So.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to checking them out. Your channel is one of those channels I got to catch up on, bud.
She's not there.
Thank you for. What do you mean she's not there? She's according to this, she's in the basement. Oh, she said it's not her. Oh,
it's not her.
Well,
bye, WH. Take care.
I'm glad you said that. Well,
it's not her in the chat.
Dope. I am not coming up. Crazy Ann said. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for saying that.
Because you got to be careful on who you invite up to at times too. Because a lot of people are going into these panels thinking that who they are, and they bring them up, and all of a sudden you get a porn bombed.
Right, and that's happened. The last time that happened was New Year's Eve. I got the full court press that day. I got everything that day.
I got 5 of them. And only one had consequences from YouTube, which is crazy. I shouldn't have got no consequence from YouTube, but
well, they put a red dollar sign on it because I did it on my original channel, and it was understandable because I was botted, I was porn bombed. There were people that come up and just said some nasty stuff to my other guests, and
and I'm sorry about that, Bob.
There's nothing you can be sorry about. You didn't do it, but.
It's
crazy, and I've had people try and copy my avatar and try and go in people's basements. And when I'm in the chat, people are like, "Oh, Gemma, do you want to come up?" I'm like, "No, it's not me." And they're like, "Oh, it's happened to me too." They've tried using my channel a few times.
Crazy Ann, you may be imitated, but you, my dear, will never be duplicated.
No, she won't.
No way.
So back to this copper
WH
ball.
Outdoors.
I'm curious.
Have an
Yeah.
awesome day, bro.
Yes.
Have fun.
Cafe.
Take care, WH Outdoors. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Cafe was saying something. What were you saying?
Are you gonna build this ball like and keep us up to date as you're doing it? This copper project.
I think I'm gonna time lapse. Like as I'm working on it, I think I'm gonna set the GoPro in a specific spot, and I'll just have it time lapse as I work on it.
Sounds cool.
Like speed it up a little bit so it looks like it's like you're working so fast on it.
Yeah, it would be dull to live stream while I'm working on it because it would take over a year to build a copper ball that big. But yeah, I'll keep everybody apprised on it.
The only reason why you probably got that idea is when you were on with
Ralph.
Ralph.
Yeah, right. It was inspired by Ralph. I admit, because he's got his little snowman, his little scrap snowman. And if I can, like I said, if I can make one beach ball size,
I know, man. I know.
that means I can make like a live, like size snowman, and that would be the next step.
The only thing is you're gonna have to figure out where you're gonna put it.
Well, I got plenty of room in the garage, brother.
Well, see that and how much it weighs at times too.
I'm curious myself to know how much it will weigh.
You just reminded me of Joe Dirt when he had that meteor, that big ball of crap. He was lugging it around with him everywhere.
That's
And I want you to know what a special person you are, by the way. I don't think you realise it, that a lot of people love you on this platform. Regardless if you think you rub people the wrong way, I think you have a very special message, and the way you do your channel is unique to you. So I think you need to realise that rather than doubting yourself.
Who are you talking to?
Enlightened Cafe.
You.
Love you tremendously, Gemma.
I love you too.
I have to agree with her. I mean, every time I've gone to your live streams and watched your stuff, sure, you've expressed your opinions and sometimes you've been passionate about it, but you've also been very, very, you've been open-minded. You've been very unbiased when you've had other people up on your panel expressing their views, especially in sensitive situations, like with rivalries and other things. And I got to hand out some respect for that, man.
I've seen so many of his videos, and I literally see how people would literally get triggered by certain things and stuff like that. Heck, I get triggered by even people saying that, oh, this earth is flat. I'm not agreeing with you. I'm going to say what I believe. And if you don't like it, tough. But I'm going to say to you, if you can't do your own research and you don't see how people react to it, you're not going to always get somebody to agree with you at times.
What do I always say, guys? What do I always say in my live streams? Be your own freaking judge.
Yes.
Yeah. And see,
So I've been with Enlightened since he was Skywatch, or even before that, and he hasn't changed. He's still the same man. He's still the same person.
When I started YouTube, right, I had this misunderstanding that everything was just going to be great. It was just going to be how I wanted it to be, and that's how we were going to do YouTube, right? But I was in for a rude awakening, because when the drama comes, boy, does it come in ways and directions that you get thrust in the middle of it, and you don't even know how you did. You know what I mean? Like, it had none. I wasn't the one boo loving. You know what I mean? And now I'm caught in like a Jerry Springer episode. It just was like a nightmare. It wouldn't go away. But
when I first went on YouTube, I just simply uploaded, content. I wasn't going live or anything. And you deal with an occasional comment here and there, and if it got belligerent, you just simply delete it. But when you go live, when you go live, you're opening yourself up to a completely different animal, and a whole new realm of highs and a whole new realm of lows.
Like the first time I went live is when I was literally talking about the ideal of what is illegal immigration, what is immigration compared to illegal immigration. I'm not against immigration. I'm just against illegal people who are crossing the border without with intent to do crime in the United States. Not all illegals are doing that illegally. They're doing it because they want to get a better life here too, as well.
Well, just the fact that you cross the border undocumented, that's a crime in itself. So
yes.
How are you, Bill?
Yeah, and it is illegal. It's not some people want to try to get a better life. They're trying to usurp the laws of the United States, and there are corrupt people that are allowing this too.
Yeah, well, I mean, I used to live in South Florida. I used to do some roofing down there, and I've worked, mostly with Guatemalans, but some of them, and getting to know some of them, they were talking about how they're like making like $10,000 and sending it back to Guatemala, and they're building a house. One guy was talking about he was like a guy that we were doing a roof for, or was the house that he was. I don't know if he was renting or I think he was renting. But anyway, so sorry, squirrel. But he was talking about the money that he's making. He's sending back to Guatemala and building a house. He said literally his front wall is going to be glass. He said one of the sheets of glass, it takes like 10 people to carry it. So I was like, dude, more power to you, man. He's gonna come over here and work for a couple of years, and then he's gonna go over to Guatemala and retire.
Damn.
I mean, you can be like upset that our money's leaving the country and going to another country and stuff like that. Or you can be like, hey, this dude's making stuff. I'm very sure that he was there legally. The ones that were working for us were there legally in the first place, but maybe not at the time. But, but they worked hard. They worked and strong, dude. Oh my God, they were strong.
This is the things that we talk about on my channels. Everybody has a right to make a living wage and have a decent life. Like, you shouldn't say, well, you're from Guatemala, you should be suffering and living the life of a criminal. Yeah, that's not basic. That's not basic human nature. Human nature is when you're tired, you go to sleep. If you're hungry, you eat. Human behavior is learned. People are poor, committing crimes because there's no jobs. There's poverty. That's human behavior. They become conditioned.
Or because that's their environment. Like George, I'm sorry to interrupt, but George Foreman was talking about on growing up in his neighborhood. And if y'all have seen the young George Foreman, the dude was a monster. Okay.
Hey, Monica.
But he was talking about that, he didn't know that stealing was wrong. Because it was like a way of life where he lived. He was like, I see something I want, I go take it, and people were like, and then he's like, and later people are telling me, hey, you shouldn't do that. That's wrong. And he's like, oh, really? So it's
a lot of people maybe end up committing little crimes here and there. And it's just like a minor crime. Some people did a lot of things that they'd done in their past, and they think, and they see other people doing it now, and they're trying to tell them, but they don't realize that they probably end up doing things. Heck, I probably went to a store one time and I took a candy bar. I'm as guilty as anybody else. I mean, heck, when you're hungry and you need food or you need something to eat, you're gonna do things like that too.
Especially when you got kids that are hungry.
Yeah.
Which I mean, there's a lot of people out there that you like think that they're a monster or they're some sort of terrible person or something like that. And the thing is that everybody thinks that they're the good guy.
Yeah.
You know, they think that they're doing what's right, and you know, it doesn't matter which side you're on. Both sides are right. You know, I mean, it's, you just disagree on things that are supposed to be right. You know, and stuff like that.
Like I hear a phrase, people have been saying, don't judge a book by its cover until you read the contents inside.
Yeah.
It's like you're judging a person and you think he or she is a criminal, but when you literally get to know the person, you literally understand what they have gone through at times too.
Yes, that.
That's why we talk about all this stuff on the things that we talk about to get people stirred up, is that we all should have some compassion, and things need to change in this world. It's 2020 and people think, oh, we're American, we're the greatest species that ever walked the
sand, guys. That's basically what Cafe is trying to say. We need to raise awareness on some of these key issues.
Yes, that's the greatest of anything, guys.
So I will apologize right now. Like, I have rapid eye movements. I don't mean to make people annoyed or if I'm fidgeting, but that's due to my autism. So if I apologize if I annoy people, but I do that because it's a form of self-coping.
It doesn't bother me.
Gems, I'm sorry. No, I'm just going to interrupt this right now. Gems, you should not feel bad that that's the way that you are, and that's
yeah, but
you know, you should not have
with it. So
it's life, you know, it's life. Deal with it. I'm sorry, you're one of the greatest people on this earth. I don't just say that. I mean, you know, you're the way that you are, and for them to be like you're not making an eye contact with it, don't apologize. Don't.
And just a reminder, Jesus Christ was perfect, right? And they still crucified him horribly, right? So he didn't do anything wrong.
Think about this, guys. You know, I go back to the starving. You know, people starving. There shouldn't be anybody starving on this planet.
No, there is enough food.
The agricultural techniques that we have, there shouldn't be anybody that's starving on this planet. So what's preventing people from being able to eat? Personally, I think it's greed.
It's got to be greed, or it's got to be like people are so, you know, so greedy at times that you see people, maybe some of the richest people will have a lot of food and they won't share it with some people, and they'll say, well, let's go into breaking their houses, see if we could take all their food. And they can end up, if they end up breaking into their houses and all of a sudden they find out they don't have food, that's like, okay, then where in the heck are they? Why in the heck they have all this stuff? And here's a common person who don't have that much stuff.
Well, you're learning a lot right now about humanity.
Sending a bunch of stuff over to another country, like the U.S., for example. You know, we're humanitarians, right? So we send food and stuff to other countries that need it, which is understandable to a degree. But why aren't we also, you know, donating tractors, showing people how to, you know, farm and irrigate and be able to, you know, make their own food and fruits and vegetables and things of that nature, or terraforming land to be able to do those things. That's my question. You know what I mean? Also, to the old adage.
Well, see, it also has to deal with the environmental laws and stuff like that they're pushing too.
For a lifetime.
Environmental laws are crap, dude. All the stuff is crap that they're pushing. You know why nobody cares? Because you got Facebook, you can go on YouTube, you can live stream, and you're not paying attention to all these laws that are getting pushed. You got all these career politicians that don't need to be there, who the president doesn't even run the country. He just sits up there. It's the other two branches that basically push all these laws. And he just signs off on them, whatever, they just sign off on them. And in the meantime, we get screwed. The common person gets screwed, and it gets worse and worse. And they get more rich, and they make all these world policies. There is no reason in 2020 that there should be anybody out there starving. For real, we got enough resources. Like Gil said, we got tractors, we got knowledge, we got know-how. There's plenty of land for people. But it's sad that
people throwing away food.
We live on a financial system where if you not have any financial value, or you can't make somebody a profit, they're not interested in you.
and that's basically truth. And it's just like a lot of people don't quite get it. It's like when you literally go and look at how people live at times, you're seeing like when I went to Mexico a while back, I seen how people
Hey,
actually
Star
live.
North.
Sty,
And you come to this country and you're
There
living
it
like equivalently what they're poor look at us, the average American. We look like we're living like kings and queens in the United States. And you see how they live. They're living like in rundown places and stuff like that.
They're real resourceful. They make the most out of everything, dude.
Yeah.
They don't waste hardly anything. Like we're here,
no.
we waste tons of stuff.
No, I mean, and that's truth, and that's basically a fact that a lot of these, even some of these people who are probably living on the streets in these countries, are literally taking that resources and making something for themselves, too. You know,
our poverty level is rich in other countries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now check this out, right? Like, do you guys sleep better at night now that they enacted a jaywalking law to where if somebody crosses the street, not at a crosswalk, gets a $500 fine, and if they don't pay that fine, they're subject to being arrested and incarcerated until they clear that matter up? I'm not. Like, I don't sleep better at night knowing that, you know.
And if
You
they're going
can't
to
use
do that,
common
why don't
sense
they
and
take
cross the
that
street?
money and turn it around and be more humanitarian about it instead of putting it towards some diplomatic thing?
Or like,
yes.
And right now, like a lot of people look at the criminal laws in the United States compared to the rest of the world. Our criminal laws, yes, they are strict.
We got too many, dude.
Yeah. Right now, I'm kind of seeing people who like to smoke marijuana. They want that law to be gone. I'm not disagreeing with them. I'm not agreeing with them because there's certain federal laws that people don't understand. They're still on the books. And yes, if they want to smoke marijuana in their house, they should be free to do that. But if they're smoking on the street and they get busted, that happens too.
I mean, that's no big deal.
I honestly think that should be on the same rule level as drinking alcohol because they are really both the same thing. And in fact, I would rather see people stoned than drunk.
Well, in a way, it's worse because I mean, you deal with secondhand smoke with marijuana. I mean, if anybody's nearby, you know, or walks by or whatever, they're subjected to the secondhand smoke. I know it's minor, but in that fashion, I think it's worse.
Very minor.
Alcohol.
But
unless you're like stuck in a room that's fucking.
Well, see, like okay, the only state in the United States where you can literally drink in the public.
Sterling.
No.
New Orleans.
One of them. Las Vegas, Nevada.
I need to just caffeine lighting some more after this stream.
I mean, because when I was younger, when I used to see people walking drunk from one casino to another casino.
Well, like, that's what we talk about too, is this coronavirus is going to change a lot of things. Like, people are no longer taking this crap. You know, like we potentially could lose our homes, our jobs, our very way of life that we've become accustomed to and we worked hard for up until this point. You know, when your 401k is gone, Raven, it's gone, buddy. It's not coming back. People seem to think like, oh, this little virus, this, that. They're shutting down NBA games, casinos, talking about shutting down the whole government and jobs. I'm going to be hit, bro. I might even lose my place because I work week to week. If I don't work that week, you know, I don't pay my rent.
That's rough.
Yeah, a lot of people end up being screwed at the end. It's going to cause more problems too.
That's like over here in the UK, they've cancelled the London Marathon and they've cancelled the cancer run because everyone's getting worried about this virus and they're shutting down shops. They've started shutting down schools. Like in my hometown, we've got 20 cases. And across the UK, we're now up to 122 cases.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fake. Nobody even knows anybody that's got it. They haven't had one burial. You haven't seen on TV, well, they buried this guy that had the coronavirus and died.
We've had 6 people die supposedly from it, which I don't understand how.
Well, see, I don't.
Up on the
And I have to agree with Elaine.
So that I can bring you up just in case there's somebody that wants to throw an occasional porn bomb in. And while I don't object to porn, I just object to it while I'm live streaming.
I object to porn being free and water and food costing money. That's my problem.
Mm-hmm. See, I have
well,
to.
I'm going to put it to you this way. I've lived good and I've lived tough times. Okay, and right now I live in my van. If I ever did move back into a house, I would not get rid of that van because I always have that to fall back on if I have to. And I've done it a few times. One time just to save money so I could buy a house and stuff like that. And it's just the way things go. You have your highs and you have your lows, and I like to be prepared for the lows.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And then there's really nothing wrong with that because
I think E-Waste Mike was trying to come on. He just typed in the private chat.
But here's the thing, guys. I'm a firm believer in Jesus Christ too. Like when you said that earlier.
He can come on via audio, but not on camera because his camera doesn't work. But he can come on via audio.
And I know one door will close and another one will open. However, this is unnecessary suffering to the people. Like we're not the ones that built this financial system, just to collapse it. Anybody can masquerade as E-Waste Mike or anybody else. I've already had an attempt today. Crazy Ann. Can I just say it real quick?
Crazy Ann.
Show your fucking face, dude. That's all you gotta do.
He's saying he's having trouble with his mic, and I believe.
Yeah, I know. Well, come back when you get it fixed, buddy. That's all. I'm not losing. My buddy's not losing his channel because you want to play games.
Well, he doesn't want to play games. If it is truly E-Waste Mike, I understand, but you got to understand if I can't see your face and know it's you, I can't.
Come back another day, buddy. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
It's not worth losing.
But Cafe, dude. There is that part in that one book about pestilence. So
the beast.
We're there now.
The beast of the earth. I mean, it's like because there's a lot of viruses that we don't know that's out there. And
it ain't you gotta worry about.
Yeah,
it's governments. It's greed. It's these people that we let just run our countries and do whatever they want to us. The biggest thing
you want to know what it honestly is
together and rallying and standing up and saying enough, dude. Enough.
Yeah, dude, I hear you. But what it honestly is people in China gathering animals from all over the earth and storing them in cages over top of each other. And they're and the viruses from all over this world are getting together and mating and getting stronger. And it's because of all of us.
They've been doing that for years, though. Check this out. They have a patent on the coronavirus. They have a patent on this specific strand of coronavirus. And in order to have a patent, you need to have a cure. You can't just patent an illness without having a cure. So same thing with AIDS. When who was it? Rockefeller patented the thing for AIDS like 100 years ago. He had the cure already. People need to stop believing the government and saying, look, this is what it is. It's not what they're telling you. It didn't come from no bat, no monkey eating octopus and all that other stuff. This is a biological weapon that they released on people, if it's anything.
It is possible. I mean, we're getting into the realm.
Yeah, I believe that.
Theory, but I mean, it's definitely we could definitely have a conversation about that.
We can have many conversations about these things, and a lot of people will still think that we're giving fear to the people. I mean, we're making people
Hey,
scared,
man, Rob, how you doing?
which is in a way telling partially the truth, because you never know what the government's doing to the people at times.
Well, we know what they're doing. They're doing a massive land grab. They're going to collapse the financial institution here in America, and we're going to be scrambling. You think the toilet paper fights are bad right now? Wait till people are hungry. Wait till people, wait till the National Guard's rolling down the street.
So, well, see, the thing is, a lot of people are going to these stores. Like you're going to like Walmart, Albertsons, Smith's, Kroger, whatever store you go to, and you're going to like the food aisle. You're gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna get enough canned food," and all of a sudden you see all these canned food gone, and a lot of people say, "Well, where's the canned food? Why ain't I getting any food from this store?" And they're gonna blame the store. They're gonna blame the managers. They're gonna blame the employees. They're gonna start cussing up a storm, and then you start hearing fights going on in the stores. You're gonna start hearing all this stuff coming out of nowhere, and a lot of people are gonna be, and like Eli said, that's going to be the right time for the government to intervene in everybody's lives. And it is going to happen. It's good. It's just a matter of time.
I still reserve hope that it.
I do too, Gil. I hold out that people will have common sense. They'll wake up and they'll rally together and say, "You know what? Enough, dude. Enough."
I mean, honestly, and we're all guilty of it too. Okay, we are all guilty of being terrible to each other. We are all mistreating the earth. I mean, look at when we had terrorism in the early part of this century, and people that looked like they were Middle Eastern were hated because you're Muslim. Well, they could be wearing a cross. They could be wearing a cross around their neck. And then you're Muslim, you're gonna kill us all. It's your fault and stuff like that, And then now we have this, and people that are Asian are being kicked out of stores, knifed. All kind of we're guilty sheep as well.
Yes, and that does happen a lot, and like a lot of people say, well, when you literally had the Sikhs and there's a huge population where I live of Sikhs, and they were being persecuted even on 9/11. And a lot of people said, well, they look, because they say they look like Muslims, but a Sikh is different than a Muslim. I mean,
like I felt guilty to that too. When 9/11 hit, I was like, these mother effing Arabs, I was totally patriot, and I was misled, and I was ready to join the army and go do some dumb stuff. But as the truth came out and you really started to see what it was, I'm not going to get too far into that on here right now, but that whole thing was a big lie. We're still over there 13, 14 years later, 20 years later, for what? Then people had nothing to do with it. We're in Iraq. They had nothing to do with it.
That felt so much like an impulse move than anything else. It felt like it felt like Bush had to show you his balls, kind of thing. It's like, oh yeah, we're going over there, baby. I don't know. It just felt that way to me. And of course, it wasn't supposed to be that long, and they probably have the intentions that it's going to be, oh yeah, we'll just be there a year or so. But no,
but it's like,
what people don't realize with the whole 9/11 thing is they went to Iraq before that, and they said, look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make a deal with you, blah, blah, blah. We're going to take oil. We're going to set up our own shops over there.
You picked a fight with Iraq at that time. It was almost like they were searching for a country to say, okay,
or blame.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I don't know. They did. They went over there,
but it feels like we were trying to pick a fight. We're trying to find someone that the American people could focus their anger on.
Because we are like the new Nazi Germany. I don't care what anybody says. We don't go over there with tanks and missiles and just kill people, but we go over there diplomatically at first. And Saddam Hussein wanted nothing to do with our country. He didn't want any kind of deals with us, right? Like the Saudis and whoever else. So we got rejected twice. They used different measures to go over there and try to infiltrate his country. But people don't understand. Saddam Hussein was American CIA at one time. Like they had implemented him in the CIA and trained him. So his defenses were like superior to get in there and assassinate him.
Why don't Pepper see later?
The only way they could do it was just to go basically how they did it and what you've seen how it unfolded by just bringing war to their country. They couldn't just assassinate.
I kind of think that they kind of lied about him invading Kuwait because a lot of people didn't understand that region. Before there were borders, they were all in one area. There were no Kuwaitis. There were no Iraqis.
Well, they're Islamic republics is what they are. And the same thing with Venezuela. You know, we're down there meddling in business that we shouldn't be.
Whose alarm went off?
But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, you know. And even that other guy, you know, who I'm not going to mention his name. The problem that he had with us, that he created events because he was telling us to get out of there. He was like, we don't want to see you in our territory. We want you out of here. Leave. And we stayed there. Not, you know, apparently nobody wanted us there, but we had to stay there. And we didn't leave. And so he retaliated. You know,
not Erdogan, but the other guy from Syria.
No, that's another country. That's
did you get my comment in the chat to you just now?
I like I said,
I sent you a comment in the chat.
It's getting really crazy.
I got you.
Yeah, this world is crazy. And that's why I try not to get wrapped up in it. You know, I try to do me. I try to hang around with the people that I know, the people that come to visit me on my channel, the people that are around. Well, sometimes I don't like people, but you know,
come on, Bill.
You know, but you know, like
you're the most
some of the people around here.
That's rubbish.
You know, I talk to and all that stuff, and you know, and that's what I'm concerned with.
We're literally seeing what's going to end up coming out of this virus. It's going to cause more problems around the world too.
Bill is another person who doubts himself, like in Night Cafe. Let me put this out there right now to clarify it to everybody. Bill is one of the most loyal, entertaining, supportive, friendly people I've met on this damn platform. He has a lot to offer to people. He's very genuine. He's very supportive. He's been a big support of my channel. He's helped me out. He's seen me through meltdowns on my streams. He's seen me when I've had anxiety attacks on my streams. And for him to say he doesn't want to be around people, that's rubbish. Because I can tell you right now, your streams are full of people. You have like, the last count I was in your stream a couple of days ago, you had like 35 people in there. You held them most of the time. No, yeah. I'm lucky if I get 20 in my stream, if that.
Oh, I get like between 5 and 10. You get more than what I get. You know, but that's, you know, it is what it is. You know, in the mostly like when I was on Nomadic Bike, doing my live streams every day.
Yeah.
That was like a thing where people came, you know, and got subscribers and stuff like that. And when I started telling people, no, don't ask for them back. People started leaving and stuff like that.
Well, it's because they're in their own selfish gain.
Yeah, and you know, but it is what it is. I find out through changing things on my channel and through moving my live streams to another channel, I found out who my ride or die audience is, and I love them. They are awesome. The ones that are there to be hanging out with me, they're awesome people.
Just appreciate the people
It's
you have
about
every
having
day
that
in common.
relationship, not just on the screen. This is the thing. Like, people don't get, you have to do that offline as well. Like, I spend hours doing calls offline. Like, I'm not just on the screen talking to you guys now. After this, I disappear and I'll go on to private Google Hangout phone calls. I go on to private Facebook phone calls. I go on to emails, text messages. I'm up till what? I don't really sleep well anyway, but I'm usually up till at least 6, 7 a.m. my time before I crash for bed because I want to speak to people. I don't like saying no to people. If they need me, then I'll stay up. And I will stay up till early hours in the morning to do that.
That can be difficult. That can be hard to do. I mean, it's a very noble thing to do. Don't get me wrong, Gemma. But, I mean, if you open yourself up to doing that, the bigger you are, the more people are going to do that, and it's going to eventually consume you.
Yeah,
It'll burn
which
you
is
out.
why I try and
You can
do
get,
it
you
a
can
little
get
bit.
burned out on it
Careful
too.
on this platform for burnout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been through that.
About people that wouldn't come in
Hey,
anymore,
Miss
but you gotta
Monty.
understand, they come in. You just gotta appreciate them while they're there, and people like they find other streams. Sometimes people will start live streaming because you encourage them to do so, and now they're doing their own thing. So it's a really unique platform in that regard. So my message is just appreciate the people when they're there. You know, don't worry about who's here.
And don't get me wrong, I totally understand that. You know, there are people that only pop in like once a month, once every other month, and stuff like that. But still, I know that they're dropping by to hang out with me. You know, because they drop in, they're like, "Hey, dude, I'm sorry I haven't been here." I'm like, "Dude, I know it's okay. Life happens." You know, you know, stuff. But when people are like, you know, "Hey, I got like so many subscribers, I gotta go," you know, like, all right.
Well, one of the times that I started, when I started YouTube 10 years ago, I was mostly watching videos from like cat videos and stuff like that, music videos and stuff like that. Then I just started hearing people doing scratching videos, you know, lottery tickets. And I started watching a lot of people who like to do lottery tickets. And I've been doing that off camera. I don't do that online because personally I don't think it's really worth showing how much money you're going to win in a way. But I commend people who are doing that. They do win money sometimes. Sometimes they don't. And it's like, okay, well, that's fine.
There's something for everybody, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't like scratching, people do. Like, that's a big community. And I got a lot of scratcher channels. I'm in the quilting community. I'm in the fishing
Absolutely,
community.
Rick. I couldn't agree with you more.
I'm in, you know, the scrapping communities. I'm in all these communities, and I'm welcoming everyone, which is great. Because who would have thought, like, you know, somebody that's in a conspiracy theory community, right, will be welcome everywhere, and everybody's welcome to my platform as well. So there's something for everybody, bro. These guys,
I've been with you Enlightened before you became Enlightened. I was with you when you were a Sky Watcher. I remember you came to one of my first ever streams, and you've been with me ever since.
Yeah, that channel got demonetized for sharing a video, so I learned there too what to do and what not to do.
Yeah.
You learn from experiences too.
That's for sure.
And when
I've learned a lot through mistakes.
I still have that channel, but I feel like I alienated people, right? Just being a Sky Watcher. People are like, well, I'm not a Sky Watcher. Why would I go there? You know, so that's why
it's relaxing. And it's a good channel. I still go there.
A lot of people like to watch channels like that. Yeah, and there's people that even have flat Earth talks too, and you can't really hate people for believing what they believe. You got to let them. You got to let them have their beliefs because you may not always agree with them. Heck, you can't really hate them.
Well, guys, we've been on for 2 hours. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Just so you guys know, that whole ordeal that just went on a little while ago, my wife was making some cornbread muffins, and they are no longer cornbread muffins.
They're burnt toast, right?
Yeah, so
much puppies.
Enlighten, send me a message on Twitter. We can connect and have a
kidding
call.
there, Gil. I'm kidding.
It'd be good to talk to you.
I'm willing to share if you guys
Yeah,
want some,
definitely.
semi-taste good cornbread muffins. So
Lots of butter.
Thank you very much for having me, Gil, and good to see everybody. And Enlightened, give me a message.
Especially,
Great to see you, Gems.
I appreciate you, coming on, man.
See you later, guys. I gotta get going too.
Can I shamelessly plug my channel real quick?
You go.
Go for
Say
it.
hi in the chat, dude. Yeah.
Well, listen, guys. You guys want another place to hang out? I was actually about to go live earlier. I'm about to go live now. If you guys want to hang out afterwards, I want to thank Gil for coming over.
Hell yeah.
Hang out. He comes through, and I often listen, Gil. Like sometimes I don't comment. I'll be at work, and people will tell you, like I do. I'll say hi, and people are like, "Why aren't you chatting? Why are you talking?" Because I'm at work. I got the headphones in, but I got it playing. So I do that a lot. Because you go live at night with what's her name? R5, right?
R5, yeah, on Saturday nights, yeah.
Yo, guys, be sure to check out R5 and Gil Skillz. Is it a different channel? Didn't you do a different channel?
I got 2 channels. I got Gil Skillz, which has my content on it, with not dumpster diving, but like metal scrapping, recycling, tips and tricks on how to
There you
make.
go, Cafe. I just linked the channel in the chat for people to find you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gems. You're awesome.
For Enlighten. But yeah, the Gil Skillz Live is strictly for live streams.
Can I ask you before you go, has that made a difference?
Yes.
It will, yes.
Yes.
WH Outdoors, the link is down in the chat. I just linked
I've
it.
noticed a 25% increase in recommendations from YouTube on my original channel because I've taken out the live. YouTube had no clue what to make of my channel because I had live streams, I had content, and it's helped.
Later, Gems.
Short answer, yes, it helped.
All right. That's what's up. I'm gonna have to look into that because I got another channel I'm about to start growing. So maybe I'll do that too.
It's a lot of work, dude. Because right now I'm trying to grow this channel and get it monetized. It's not monetized yet, but
it takes time.
It'll be worth it in the end. It's gonna. By the time this channel's monetized, I'll have had it about a year. You probably could monetize it much quicker than that. I think you got a bigger following. So
I don't know. They come and go, right, in waves.
They do, but hopefully they will come.
But yeah, Cafe, I seen it a long time ago. Over this channel that I have now that I said hello in the chat with. I started that because a long time ago I was seeing that when I put videos up, and then I would do a live stream and the videos would die. Okay.
Yeah.
And and stuff like that. And now I haven't been doing anything with the channel because I waited too long to act, and the channel's kind of dead now. But I am still getting views on some of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
he took off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely worth doing if you're willing to invest the time to get the second channel up to the point where you're monetized again. You know what I mean?
That takes time. And
It does. It takes time. It takes energy, patience, all that fun stuff. But if you're in it for the long haul, it'll be worth it.
Right.
Okay.
I gotta get something to eat too because
I
I'm
get
gonna.
something to eat. I need to start being productive.
Yeah.
all right, man.
You guys have fun.
Have a great day.
Everybody in chat, have a great time.
Next time.
Peace.
Scrap happy day.